Welcome to Bible Study for Beginners. Before we dive in, take just a moment to subscribe, like, and ring that notification bell. It's like giving a virtual high five that says, I'm ready to grow in faith. Today, we're exploring a powerful yet often overlooked concept: everyday discipleship in your neighborhood. Have you ever wondered how you can live out your faith right where you are? What if I told you that the most profound impact on your spiritual life might be found just outside your front door? In Matthew 28-19-20, Jesus commissioned us to make disciples of all nations. But how does that apply in our everyday lives, especially in our neighborhoods? Recent studies show that community engagement not only strengthens faith, but also boosts emotional well-being. Who doesn't need a little more joy and connection in their life right now? Did you know that actively participating in your community can reduce feelings of loneliness by over 30%? That's astounding. Imagine using your weekends not just for chores or relaxation, but for relationship building, perhaps organizing a Bible study in your home, or lending a hand to a neighbor in need. How might those simple acts of kindness transform not only your life, but theirs? So, what's the first step? It's about starting conversations. You might be surprised at how many people are open to discussing spiritual matters. Stay tuned, because later in this video, I'll share 3 practical tips that can make a huge difference. See a little hint. One involves sharing meals. Are you ready to discover how you can live your faith actively and intentionally in your surroundings? Let's get started. Welcome back to Bible Study for Beginners. Today, we're diving deeper into the transformative role of everyday discipleship in our neighborhoods. You might be wondering, how can a simple act of kindness change someone's life? Well, let's anchor our thoughts in James 2:14-17, where it says, "What good is it, my brothers and sisters, if someone claims to have faith but has no deeds? Can such faith save them?" This passage isn't just a moral lesson, it's a call to action. In 2025, a study from the Pew Research Center highlighted that nearly 70% of Americans believe in God, but struggle to engage with their communities meaningfully. What does that mean for you and me? It means there's a vast opportunity to reflect our faith through actions that ignite hope and connection. Imagine walking your neighborhood and simply greeting a neighbor or helping a friend with groceries. Could those small interactions break barriers and foster relationships? A 2023 Gallup poll found that communities with higher social interactions report greater life satisfaction. This leads us to our big reveal. Discipleship isn't confined to church activities or formal gatherings. It's about embracing everyday moments. Think about the parable of the Good Samaritan in Luke 10:25-37. Who was your neighbor? Is it the person next door? Or perhaps a colleague at work? This story invites us to look beyond our comfortable circles and extend love and compassion to everyone around us, breaking down prejudice and fostering community. Here's a challenge for you. This week, take a few minutes to reflect on how you can implement this in your daily life. As you share in the comments below, let us know. What small acts could cultivate a spirit of discipleship in your neighborhood? Remember, your insights could inspire someone else seeking connection. And just before we wrap up, consider this. How might God be calling you to lead by example in your community today? Stay tuned, as we're about to explore practical tips that will equip you to embed these principles even deeper in your life. As we wrap up our discussion on everyday discipleship in your neighborhood, let's reflect on the profound impact of our actions. In Matthew 5:14, Jesus tells us, "You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden." Think about that for a moment. Are you shining your light where it can be seen? Everyday discipleship isn't just about attending church. It's about being an active participant in your community, showing Christ's love in practical ways. This is not merely a suggestion, but a divine calling to encourage, uplift, and help those around us. A recent study published in the Journal of Community Psychology found that communities engage more positively with each other when individuals share acts of kindness and service. Just imagine the ripple effect of one small act of kindness, like helping a neighbor mow their lawn or offering to babysit for a single parent. How can you take those practical steps this week? Now, here's a revelation. Discipleship doesn't always happen in grand ways. It often manifests in simple, everyday interactions. Have you ever considered how your conversations at the grocery store could reflect faith? Perhaps a smile or a kind word can be a beacon of hope to someone who desperately needs encouragement. So, what's holding you back? This week, challenge yourself to perform at least one act of kindness in your neighborhood. And don't keep it to yourself, share your experience in the comments. How did it feel to interact with someone in love? What hesitations did you have? And how did you overcome them? Before we close, remember that fostering a strong community and discipleship means that you're not just influencing others, but they, in turn, will influence you. It's a beautiful cycle of love and faith. Stay tuned because next week, we will explore practical ways to deepen your spiritual roots. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.